Rick, how pleased were you with the resilience of your group tonight, especially after the way they started?
Yeah, they came out firing, and Demko was obviously all world for us. It was about 15 minutes we were under siege. Demmer, does Demmer things. He was incredible. Then we found our game. So that's the way we look at it, So obviously we're pretty happy for Demko, what he did for us.
Seems like there's a confidence with your group right now that even, having a start like that, getting behind early, you never feel like you're out of it. Is that just building on some of the success you've already had, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you get your game back, It took us a while. We didn't have our legs. We weren't skating. And then, obviously guys, they were standing on the bench. We got to wake up here. I didn't even have to say anything. So, it gives confidence that you can get your game back. Just because you have a bad 15, there's plenty of time left to get in the game, and that's what I like about this team.
What do you think about the composed pushback from your team in the third period there to stand up for the team, but not go over the kind of cross the line, I guess, from your group?
Yeah, no, I thought we were disciplined. I thought all night we were really disciplined, system-wise too, especially the last 45 minutes. But I thought we played disciplined hockey tonight.
What'd you like about your bottom six tonight? You got a push there?
Yeah, big goal by Hoggy. Suits was good. Suter's line was good. I thought Garz has been playing good hockey for us. Probably can try to find a few minutes for a guy like him, but I thought he's been really good. Bottom six. I think bottom six the last couple of weeks have really been energized our team. Like I said before, when there's a lot of power play and penalty kills, they got to sit there for 5-6 minutes. It's tough, and that's why I really respect those guys.
Coach, you talked about finding your game. Is that part of the evolution of this hockey club? Maybe something that wouldn't have occurred last year when you were here?
I just think it's identity. We're trying to build the identity of a team. Obviously, we're getting great play from a lot of different players. And obviously Demko and Smitty when he plays. I just think the identity of our team. We're getting to our identity of our team if things go bad. And I think it's just evolved every day. I mean, whether it started last year and over the summer, I think we all kind of believe what we're doing.
What's Demko's level of play do for this group? And just the way he's playing. I mean, he holds the fort for the first 10, 12 minutes, and you find a way to win this hockey game. But not every team gets that type of goaltending.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You make a couple of mistakes, and he's back there to make. I mean, they came out to play. They had some great A chances, and he was there for us. Who knows? It could be 3-0 for them right off the bat. So it just gives it. Like I said, I'll tell you, Demmer's like a smelling salt. Like we woke up after he made about 5, 6, 7 unreal saves, and then we started to kind of wake up a little. And that's what I mean. The guys were actually really mad at themselves for not being ready. And then obviously they found their legs, and then I thought we really played well after that.
What'd you make of Nils Hoglander's game tonight? Seemed
like
he got under the opposition's skin a little bit there.
Yeah, that's his. We try to find puzzles every night for certain guys, and that's what he is. He gets on the forecheck. He's a really good forechecker. He's working on his game. He's been really spending a lot of time with the Twins on the defensive part and management of the game, and I think he's chipping away at that. But definitely off the forecheck, he's really good.
What did you and your guys see on the Oilers' second goal, where Demko had the collision behind the net, no challenge there? What did you guys see there?
Yeah, I don't think you would win anyways. It's outside the crease, from what I was told. I got to look at the rule book, but it was a miscue with the defense and Demmer. It was one of those things. Unfortunate.
There seems to be more pushback in this team than we've seen in a few years. Is that part of the identity of having that kind of that pack mentality when things get rough?
Yeah, the pack mentality. It's just not one or two guys. We need everybody, and I think I can go up and down the lineup where somebody did something to contribute. And obviously your best players, like Demmer, was all world. And JT Miller was a monster tonight. I mean, that's tough to shut down a guy like McDavid, who's an incredible player. But I thought Millsy was a monster tonight. And obviously he had 4 or 5 points. He walks the blue line as good as anybody I've ever seen. So you're getting that kind of play from certain guys.
3 wins against the Oilers in 3 head-to-head meetings.
Yeah.
Quite a big gap in the standings now, too. When it comes to beating divisional opponents, beating that opponent
Right.
3 times early in the year. How much do you think it means to the guys in that room in view of the fact that things haven't necessarily gone that way over the past few years?
It obviously gives us confidence. That's a team that is, they're a great team. They're favorites at the start of the year. We kind of built our identity the last couple of months, and we need as much cushion as you can get. Like, we can't rest on this. We have to, like I said, we come in tomorrow. Well, actually, we travel tomorrow, but it's a new day. And then we worry about Ottawa Wednesday night. That's just and the guys love that. And I've heard a lot of guys say too, like, let's be humble. And I think there's a lot of humble guys in that room, which is nice too.
Power play didn't score against Dallas the other night, but you liked a lot of what it did. Was that just sort of a continuation of those guys getting rewarded tonight?
Yeah, there was a good movement. I really love the movement that's going on. They're really buying into it. We got some good setups. I think momentum of the Dallas game really helped us on tonight. Obviously a couple of big goals for us.
Rick, what about your guys' identity and when you're playing that way helps you guys swing the momentum so much?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everybody's kind of buying into that identity. It's our puck management last year was, I would say average, and I think we've really worked on it this year. And time when to do things and when not to. We're getting better at that. That's the next level, right? All the great teams that win consistently are really good at game management, and that's something we're always striving for every game.
You were playing with some different defense pairings, it felt like, in the first period. What were you looking for with kind of splitting up the Hughes and Hronek pairing?
Yeah, they had McDavid on a couple of different lines. Obviously, it was actually a pretty good game plan because they were all over us early. So we wanted to kind of, we were going to. I told you guys, a committee anyways, we're going to have different pairs every once in a while. So Footy did a nice job of managing that, different partners at different times.
And Tyler Myers, continues to play well. What do you have to say about the way he's playing right now?
I think he's been unreal. The last 5 games, he's been one of our best players. So, maybe 6 games. So he's dialed in. He's really playing well for us. Proud of him.
P.S. Suter seems like a player who makes a lot of quiet contributions on the ice. He's been a bit louder the last few games, getting some points now. Does that subtle, quiet part of his game drive this now point-producing part of his game? Yeah,
I think the first 7-8 games when he didn't have a point, I didn't see him get down. I know he wanted to work on some stuff, but I think the last 3-4 games, you can tell he's finding his niche. That's why we got him. He's a very smart hockey player, and we like to play fast. And I think he's starting to really know our system. You got to remember, he's a new guy, right? So, sometimes it's a new guy who comes back, likes to regroup and kind of not play slow, and I think he realizes now how we want to play. And obviously he's been really good the last 3-4 games, and he's getting rewarded for it, which is nice.
Have you ever seen a coach get a game misconduct before?
Yeah. That was in Pittsburgh. Mike Sullivan got kicked out. Yeah. I had to coach for I think it was about a minute. But yeah, I've seen a couple guys get tossed. It's, it happens. I don't think I've ever got tossed. I got a penalty though. Yeah.
To see Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes vying for top spot in the league scoring race, how much of that, beyond their talent, is a product of the buy-in you talked about?
I think if obviously you buy into the system, those guys are great. They're going to get their points. They know that individual goals don't win. It's great at the end of the year, but it's the process for me. I really don't, every once in a while, is this guy going to score 50? Is this guy, I really don't care about that. But if you play the right way, in which those guys are, they're getting their points. So why not play the right way? And they are buying into that. Even Millsy, he doesn't even care if he scores. He just wants to play that style, and he's getting his points. So that just tells you right there.